Welcome to The Creative Present, a show that's dedicated to expanding your creative self-expression and at the same time, getting your projects done. And I'm your host, Joshua Townshend. We are doing a short series, a 4-part series on the creative element. And everyone has a creative element that's unique to you as your primary go-to. And the best way to check it out is to go to the website, my website, joshuatownsend.com, and take the free 2-minute quiz. And within a couple minutes, you'll know, or you'll have confirmed, your creative element. And it's going to be either water, fire, earth, or air. So let's get into the one that's all about you. Well, my sweet, sweet water babies, thank you so much for coming by and chatting about what it is to have water as your creative element. So water is very unique in that it has two major things that would be wonderful to talk about and to bring into awareness during your creative process. One is that water, in order for water to even exist, it must be contained. So in order for water to be water, you need to have a glass so that the water can be in the glass of water. If the water is to be a pool, it needs to be inside of a pool. If the water is to be a river, it needs to be inside the river banks. If it's to be the ocean, it needs to be within the ocean basin. So water needs a container. It must have a container in order to even exist. That's vital for you to know. So what that means is that in your creative process, you need to make sure that you have a safe container, a container that you feel safe and secure in so that you can do your best work. So you don't spread out or aimlessly wander or go downhill, right? Or, seep into the ground and, basically go away. A container is crucial for any projects that you're working on that you want to bring to fruition. The second thing is that water is unique in that it has the ability to be in 3 different states. So it has its water form, but it can also transform into ice, but it can also transform into vapor. So 3 different states, and that's unusual for an element. Completely different states, unrecognizable, because a fire can be smoldering and it can be raging, but it's still fire. Water does a complete transformation. Being aware of what you want to create and use those abilities to transform yourself in your creative process. If you wanted to, say, be steam or to evaporate or to ascend, then you'd want to work with fire element, so that you could get that heat to go through that transformational process, and then to go into the cold element, which would be air, and for cold air, which would bring you into a frozen state. So, and then the frozen state also has a different element, a different energy of holding cold energy and also being solid, right? Also maybe being frozen, unable to move, stagnation, because when you're frozen, you're stagnant. So those are the different states that I'd like you to play with and work with in your creative process. So let's talk about self-awareness. The self-awareness that needs to be cultivated here is that most of the time, water element wants to flow. They want to be in a flowing state. So within that flow state, we also need to make sure that you have form and that you have a direction. If you don't give the direction, gravity will just take over and do its thing. So if you have a specific outcome that you're looking to engage with, to work towards, you really want to work with intention. The other thing that's unique to water element is that it can be deep or shallow. And the depth or the shallowness of your water element is not about you, water. It's about the container that you pick. So when you're picking your container, pick what you want to play in. Do you want to play with depth, or do you want to play with lighthearted shallowness? And I say shallow without having a judgment on it. And then the last element is 3/4, 70% of the Earth's surface is water. We as human beings are 70% water, and the moon governs all the waters of the earth. Water comes out of our eyes when we have emotional life. Water comes out of us to give life. So water element and life-giving element, and bring people together, because when you have oceans or a river, you actually are a strong connecting force. So all those things that we just talked about are all connected to water element, and the connection that you naturally have as a drawing power. You draw people to you through those ways of water. And so you want to keep in mind where you are in relationship to the phases of the moon and how the moon energy affects you, because it will, and to some degree. And then working with that, developing a relationship with that, because one of your greatest strengths is to magnetize people, places, and opportunities to you from you being you in your state. Like the ocean doesn't go anywhere. The ocean is in its container, right? And people come to it as a pilgrimage in the evenings, for holidays. It's the same thing with rivers and streams. People go there, are always drawn to large bodies of water or moving water. And you can be the same kind of resource for people in the artistic creative world. So keeping with your flow, keeping with your impeccable container, and just allow people to come to you. Thank you for listening. If you love what you're listening to, please subscribe and then share with fellow creatives. For more, go to joshuatownsend.com.